Hello everyone and welcome to World Tanks Blitz with me Rags here. And today we'll be talking about the Tier 7 Russian medium, the T-43. Now the T-43 is basically just a T-34-85 that has been up-armored and up-tiered. Now, the modules on this thing, if you if you haven't unlocked the top engine and the top gun on the T-34-85, then you will have a very bad experience, stock grind experience, because at this thing stock in well, this thing uh, being stock is very bad because if you can see the gun is very underwhelming. Well, not really well, that underwhelming is a bit generous there. It's just bad. Although you get 2,372 damage DPM, which is kind of okay, but the penetration is where it is really lacking. 132 with the regular rounds, and even with the premium ammo, that's that's only an average penetration from other tanks of the same tier. And the speaking of the tanks of the same tier, some of the tanks uh, of tier 7 that this thing will face mostly is uh, has armor that can't be even penetrated by the cream ammo of this thing. So yeah, if you didn't unlock most of all of the or not really most if you didn't unlock all of the modules of the T-3045 with, because when you think about it, it's the the, the top modules of the T-3045 is basically the top modules that you get from I not from it's the same modules top modules that you get for the T-43. So yeah, there's that. And also the stock engine is bad for this thing. It's it's um it's just bad. It's bad for tier 7. Well, not really for tier 7. It's bad for a medium, if I can if it's bad. Yeah, it's just bad for a medium. Plus you get 15% chance of being set on fire. So yeah. Also, but 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 if you excuse me, if you uh but if you unlock all of the modules then from your T-34-85, then you basically have uh gentler time being in stock, because you would immediately get the top engine from the T-3045, which has very good power to weight ratio, 20.3. Well, not really very good, but it has good power to weight ratio for a medium. That will allow you to keep up with most of your light tanks or some of the faster mediums, and allow you to get to positions much quicker, and also allow you to uh, react to or adapt to situations during the battle. And also, if you would also only need to unlock the top turret and also the top tracks for this thing, which both are uh, which are just 7,000 experience each. So you get, if you unlock the top modules from T-3045, you only have to grind for 14k experience to unlock the top turret. 14k, uh, all are, no, not really all, but if you combine these two, it's only around 14k, more or less around 14k. Yeah. Now, uh, the tank is uh, pretty mm, mediocre. Uh, it does have some armor in the turret, but honestly, this thing's armor is nothing compared to some of its competition, like the German. Where are you, stinky bugger? No, not that. It's a tiger. yeah, speaking of Tiger, that's also one of the tanks that you'll be facing in Tier 7 with this thing. And good luck trying to pen this, even with the top gun. This thing has impenetrable frontal armor and turret armor. The only chance that you can pen this thing is with premium ammo, or if you go to its vulnerable side in rear armor. Especially with, well, that's basically a rule if you have a underwhelming gun. You The only way to penetrate most of the enemies is, well, going to their sides and rear. Now there we go. There you are, the Panther, which is technically, well, for me, it's basically one of the best tier 7s. No, yeah, it's one of the best tier 7 tanks in the game. Or maybe it is the best tier 7 tank in the game not because you have 110 frontal hull armor, and that thing is sloped backwards at, what is that, 45, 60 degrees ish. I don't know how much that is, but yeah. So at slope like that, I think that thing has more frontal hull armor than the Tiger, and the Tiger is a heavy tank, which is why shouldn't a medium anyway, I'm now ranting about this thing. And also if this thing gets the top turret, oh well, pray to your lucky stars that you can hit a weak spot on it, because it basically doesn't have a weak spot or uh on this thing. So yeah, and also let's see the British. The British has the wonderful Comet, which has more DPM than you. It has better reload time. Has more. It gets better depression, and it even has more penetration than you, and it even has better gun depression. And the Americans get the T-20. Where are you? There you are. Which this thing has more damage per. Does it have? No, it doesn't have more damage per minute, but it has more damage per shot. And when I mean damage per shot, I mean individual shots, not in damage per minute. And it also has better penetration. Now, how I set up my T-34 or no, T-34, tier 6 or tier 5. The T-43, yeah, there you are. Is I set this thing with calibrated shells because obviously this thing has 144 millimeters penetration, and you really need to get calibrated shells to at least be competitive in not some, in all of your battles in this thing. And I also run engine accelerator because obviously you need to max out that engine power so that you can be able to get to those positions and give you more adaptability during a battle, and also improve optics, because why would you want a camouflage on a medium tank? That doesn't make sense. Improve optics so that you have 276 and my crew isn't even 100%, so that's not yet the final uh, view range of this thing. So as you can see, I haven't unlocked all of it since I'm saving so that I can just unlock all of them in one go. I really need to save a lot. And yeah, uh, this thing is really mediocre, as I've already said. And about the armor, well, let's just flash Tank Inspector and see the armor in a little bit more, well, not little, yeah, a little bit more detail. Let's just say a little bit more. Alright, now we are in Tank Inspector, and as you can see, this is the T-43's armor profile. Now, the T-43's armor is kind of a troll-ish, yeah, let's say troll-ish, because in my experience, I've bounced out a few shells, not a lot, but it's good enough to bounce a few shells, but yeah, there's that. Now, the front and rear and the sides, as I've said, is no, not I haven't said anything about the front and sides, have I? Oh yeah, the front and the sides and the rear of this thing is all around is 75 millimeters of armor. Now that's almost the same as the KV2 that you get on the tier 6, the tier 6 heavy that has the 152 millimeter derp gun. Now it well, if you face anything other than the Panther or anything that has a high velocity gun, uh, and if you face another T-43, which I have here as the one that will be the shooter, you could see that at the side it won't be able. If you angle it like this, it won't be able to penetrate you uh, at all, as you can see. And but the front is still easily penny from any angle except for that, but your side would be easily penetrated and that would hit your ammo rack. Now that's the and also you could also try to angle the rear or well some you could you know just do that or if you're running from your enemy you have to go from you have to uh, serpentine. Uh, yeah, you have to serpentine your way back, or if you're retreating, you serpentine. You have to you move like a serpent, serpentining, or if that's even a word, so that you can have some angles from your rear that can easily bounce like this, or if ever you, or if you, I have actually bounced off the rear of this thing, which is kind of funny sometimes, and even here, oh man, and also the turret is, as I said, it well no again I haven't said about the turret. It has 90 all around. Or if I had, I'm really forgetful. Sorry about that. It has 90 all around, but it is rounded. So there are some parts of the turret. The sides of the turret, if face head on, is uh, basically an auto ricochet, as you can see here. But if you try to, or if an enemy shoots at your gun mantlet, you actually have more armor because the mantlet is has pretty tough armor. It actually has, as you can see, it can go up to 100 and no 200. It can actually go to two. It can actually go 200 millimeters or yeah somewhere around there. So in average, it only has 180 because the mantlet or behind the mantlet is a gun shield or if I, is it even a gun shield? Is it called a gun shield? But yeah, something around a gun shield, I think. But although you can see, as you can also see, the cheeks on this thing is when it's head on is pretty flat, so easily anyone can easily penetrate that. And also, if the enemy has a really uh, the enemy can also get a lucky shot into your mantlet and just miss the gun shield part where the I think there's a gun shield. Yeah, where the where the mantlet and where the gun and the mantlet or in between the gun and the mantlet you can see that it can anyone can easily penetrate it. So and also your turret ring is kind of exposed and if anyone shoots you there you either can have the damage or they could damage your turret. So yeah, good know that. Also if you wonder if any of you wonder why when you angle your tank like this and let's just let me get my and if you angle your tank actually like this and you hide your turret and in your hull and your the front of your hull and you wonder why you get penetrated, maybe an enemy is lucky enough to shoot you here, which can actually damage you, which only has 130 millimeters of protection. And as you can see, anyone can easily penetrate that. And not only that, but they will also be able to track you. So if you ever wonder why you get penetrated when you're hiding your or when you're trying to bait an enemy and you're side scraping like this may be the reason why. Also, as I said, the types of uh, tanks that you can only bounce if you're trying to go hold down and you're trying to be and if you try to over angle your turret like let's say around there, there are still some tanks who can penetrate you. So it's better to just for me at least, it's better for if I started to get shot at her to get shot at my turret, I basically just find another position to engage the enemy. So there's that. Also, let's there, as I said, there are some things you can penetrate to even when you're angling, and one of them is this bad boy. No, that's not it. Sorry. Also sorry about the barking. My dogs are acting, or my dog is acting up again. For their shooter and Germany. This bad boy. Yeah. Now, as you can see, oops, even when you have your turret at that kind of an angle, you could easily see that it can still penetrate because it basically has 190 armor on the side. That's weird. That should be a ricochet at least, or you know, shouldn't it be shouldn't it ricochet? I mean, it basically cancels out the shot. So, oh yeah, it does. So what I mean is like this. Yeah, see, if you even try to, that's a no-no. That's a big no-no, as you can see. Now, but other than that, the armor is again is effective for tanks that don't have penetration that can go up to 190, around 200. If their penetration is close to 200 or over 200, yeah, you really need to just stay the far back. And speaking of the far back, your playstyle on this thing should always be like a sniper. So, yeah, this thing, this tank, uh, although I kind of like it, I don't know why I like really PP because if it's DPM and it's damage per shot, but yeah, how I really wish Wargaming would buff this thing. If they can't buff the armor, they should at least buff the gun's penetration because 151 is not a good is not good for tier 7 since it, well, 151 if you have the calibrated shells is not really that good. The Comet can work because it has 12 degrees of counter pressure and it has a very trollish, it really has some trollish it has a trollish turret. So yeah, and that's not, we already know that the Panther is basically one of the top tier 7s in the game, so let's not talk about the Panther. I really don't want to talk about the Panther. It's I can't wait to get one though. I really can't wait. So yeah. Anyway, let's watch a game replay of mine that I recently had in the T-43. And now, as you can see, we are having an encounter battle in Hellas, and we are in a top tier matchup since the top tier, since it's all tier, it's not all tier 7s, but some tier 6, and as you can see, I still don't have any camo since again I'm trying to save up for trying to save credits so that I can get more of the modules in one go. Anyway, I head to me and this bulldog are heading up to sector 9. I don't know why he stopped all of a sudden. So at this point, I thought that he was AFK or he got disconnected. So I tried to reverse my way back to and maybe try to head with friendly heavies, but no, he got back, and I guess he was typing something to the enemy SP1C in global, in the chat, which I don't know what they were talking about. So yeah, anyway, we're here in this sector of the map. So unfortunately, the bulldog hasn't spotted anything, so which means that either the enemy are on trying to head over to where our heavies are, but nope, there they are. They're I don't know, they're camping. I don't know. Wow. What I don't get why the tiger's here though. I guess it's kind of unfortunate since we have to deal with them. And also, there's a KV2 and an SP1C in that bush. Oh no, not in the bush, but a an AC4 Sentinel I meant. Anyway, now the Hellcat gets a good shot into the Cheeto SPG, and I try to aim for this SU-152, and I actually and actually hit him and damage his ammo rack. Now I try to hit him again, but unfortunately the shot went high. But anyway, this shot should have been a damaging hit. Look at how unlucky this was. That should have damaged the Cheeto, but no, it got absorbed into his tracks and didn't even penetrate his side armor. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, but the Cheeto reverses again, and let me see. No, no, no. RNG doesn't want me to hit that guy. Unfortunately. Uh, but yeah. Oh, we see the SU again. Now there's only a bit of his tanks sticking out, but I try to hit it. I missed though. But this time, but the second shell. Now you see that there was no splash indicator, so that means that I hit him. I don't, and I think I damaged him. Yeah, there. As you can see, he's now a bit lower of a health. Bit low on health, I meant. Anyway, I try to go to the. I try to flank this tiger, and oh, there's the KV2. No, 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 no. Move. Don't be sitting down. And fortunately, I got a bit busy with this AC4 Sentinel. Luckily, the M41 Bulldog is here to assist us. So, so now that guy has to deal with an M41 Bulldog and me. Now, I try to get around the corner to engage him. There he goes. Ouch! And he hits me, but fortunately the Bulldog hits him. Now I engage the tiger, and luckily the tiger isn't even facing, or isn't even turning his front armor around. So we actually get an easy shot to his rear and side here. Now, there's that troll armor. He was actually trying to aim for my turret, but unluckily for him, or should I say, unfortunately for him, he hits my top rear engine deck. I don't know why the M41 Bulldog did that. It's I really don't. I was loading HE just in case if that guy wasn't able to finish him off. But no, the Bulldog just went. You know what? Screw this. I'm taking you out one way or another. Anyway, I go around to take out the KV2, and instead I find an SP1C. Now, unlucky for me, I low roll there, as you can see. But fortunately, he misses the shot. So, yeah. Oh, and there we go. Off comes his turret. That was a nice shot from the Panther. Now, 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 I try to engage this KV2, but yeah, no, there's no way I'm engaging that. Luckily, the Panther is there to take this guy, and now there's no KV2, but there's still that SU, and unfortunately I hit him at track and didn't even damage him. And now that was a costly shot, because if I damage him there, then that shot right there would have been the killing blow. And that would mean that the Cheeto would be the only tank that me and the Panther would be dealing, not two tanks at once. But unfortunately, boom, there, the Panther got knocked out by the tank destroyers. Now the Cheeto overconfidently, thinking that the match is over, forgets that I'm still alive. And there we go, another lucky bounce off the rear. Now I load HE, so there we go. I knock out the Cheeto SPG. Now there's only this SU-152, and I have to kill him quickly so that I can deal with a Cheeto medium tank. Now, uh, uh, I made a mistake here. I made a misplay. I should have went around and flanked the SU-152 so that I won't have to keep on poking this side of the rock. And knowing that he has a 152, he might have already, and taken out that Panther, he might have been able to have a loaded gun by this point. But I was panicking, and I was the only one left, so yeah, tensions were high when I was playing this match. Now this, Luckily, or fortunately, uh, the the SU-152 was able to hit me, but unfortunately for him, it actually just got absorbed by the tank, and if we just there, okay, just see where he hit me. Now remember, I told you guys about the trollish turret armor about this thing, and there, exactly at where the gun shield is at, that's where he hit me, and it actually got absorbed by the shell. Now if he fired anything but AP, that would have either wrecked my tank or that would have dealt a very big, or that would have dealt a huge. Even if he fired HE, he would have been able to penetrate my side armor, since he could penetrate me with HE, because that the HE on that thing has 93 millimeters, I think, or 90. I don't know, but somewhere around 90 or 86 millimeters of penetration. So I have I actually got lucky, but that was very unfortunate for the SU. So anyway, to take him out, uh, as you can see there, that's 1,000 damage now blocked. Anyway, tried to search for the Cheeto. Luckily he misses his shot right there, and I don't. Now he gets himself stuck by a rock, and all I have to do is just aim carefully and take him out. So yeah, that was the luckiest round I've ever had in this thing, bouncing an SE-152's AP shell. So as you can see, there's the Kalabanos medal. I didn't even know that you can actually get a Kalabanos medal. That I didn't. I thought it would. I thought I had to take out one more, or I thought it was a four, not three. So yeah. Anyway, that was my. For now, that was the best game I've had in this thing, and but anyway, the T-43, yes, it's a mediocre tank. It's it's a type of tank that isn't uh nice to uh beginners, as you can see, since as you can tell, since the gun on this thing isn't really up to par with some of the other tank guns, or even, excuse me, some of the performances of this thing. Anyway, if you really wanted to try some medium that is, if you wanted to try a medium that has a lot of armor and maybe play just like an enemy, then maybe just go for a Panther. This thing is uh, for players who are familiar with tanks who have underwhelming, let's just say underwhelming firepower, yeah, since it doesn't really, it underwhelming firepower but loves mobility, the type of tanks that can get to the side or the rear of the enemy easily and just use their DPM to just whittle them down, and then uh and you know, use maybe a bit of this trollish armor and just bounce some shells, uh and yeah, that's a T-43. So anyway, thanks for watching. I know it's been a long video, like 35 minutes or maybe longer than that, if I was going to edit this. Anyway, thanks for, I've been Rags here, and thanks for watching. Oh, and also before that, I meant, if you have any friends who are not familiar with how to use this tank well, maybe you could share this video to them, uh, and maybe you guys could like and subscribe, you know, just to help the channel out, since I don't have any much subscribers. I only have 2 for now. And also, uh, let let me know in the comments and on what you think about the T-43. So yeah, that's all, and stay safe out there, guys, and take care. Bye.